Let's get a bit more information. We cross live to Luita from Rwanda. Great to have you with us, John, as we call him here in the office. South Africa, one of the countries with this huge infrastructure backlog, will we benefit?
Well, at this point, it's not clear. You should understand that the fund is pretty much still in its infancy, so there's still a lot of details that are going to be worked out. We did hear today that the Africa Development Bank has approved $20 billion to go into the fund, but the fund is looking to get a host of people to basically come on board. So we're not sure with South Africa at this point in time. But as you may have had picked up in that report, South Africa is enjoying a whole lot of money flowing into that part of the world. So I think they will focus on other countries that are still battling at this point in time.
Somebody recently spoke about infrastructure and the gravy train that is possible with huge infrastructure projects. Corruption, a problem. What sort of checks and balances will be in place with this huge amount of money that will be spent?
Look, the African Development Bank wants to be hands-on in this project. What they've suggested is that they would probably be taking equity in some of the projects. So they will be running with the projects from right at the beginning, where they will probably transfer most of their skills because they've been around, they've been funding projects, they've been getting projects up and running for a while now. So they hope to be a partner in some of the projects right from the beginning and then exit at a later stage when the funds, when the projects are up and running and when other investors can actually come on board. And what they did say as well is that the management, there will be a management team in place, and this would be selected solely on merit and competence. And you'd understand this is going to be an independent fund that will probably oversee this whole process.
Final question before we let you go. John, has anybody mentioned integration? Because we know that in Africa, often the problem is that the roads don't lead straight up to the country you want to get to. It's difficult logistically, and these countries for a while have been talking about doing things together. Will there be a single focus here?
It's actually interesting to bring up the issue of integration because it's one of those tricky questions, because you need the infrastructure to be up and running to be able to integrate the continent, and at the same time it is also an impediment to an extent in terms of rolling out infrastructure across the continent. So the two issues are basically intertwined. There has been a lot of emphasis about infrastructure. The entire conference is actually about trying to find solutions about rolling out infrastructure so that you can, at the end of the day, come up with a greater integration of the entire African continent. So I suppose the two processes will probably be running concurrently.
Well, a good initiative. Thank you very much, Luita Motlechela, my colleague live from Rwanda. Another intervention aimed